What's going on, guys? It's Pokemon Trainer Dino, and today, even though a few days late, with that I mean a week late, I will be breaking down the second episode of Pokemon Aim to Be a Pokemon Master, Ash vs Misty Seaside 1-on-1, to find all the visual details and references you might have missed. Without further ado, let's start with the video. Again, in this episode, Ash uses his old Pokemon. This time, he travels with Leavanny, Rowlet, Corphish, Totodile, and of course Pikachu. The Totodile, of course, was captured in a lure ball, and a blue watery effect appears after he comes out of his lure ball, just like in the game. This is the first time we see that effect, and it is great. Suddenly, out of nowhere, one of Misty's lures appears. Misty created these fishing lures herself, and we first saw one in the 35th episode of the original series. Other notable appearances include the appearance in the 151st episode of the original series, the Totodile duo, and Ash revealed to have received one in the 34th episode of the Diamond and Pearl series, Weasel Your Way Out of This. The opening of this week has been adjusted to add Mr. Mime, Muk, Snorlax, and Taurus, and also clips for each of them. So we can expect to see more familiar faces to show up in the opening next week, and I mean this week. Talking about familiar faces, in this week's episode we see the first returning companion of the series, Misty. Misty, of course, is the companion of Ash in the original series. Although appearing a few times in Pokémon Journeys, this is the first time Misty has met Ash since Sun and Moon. The way Misty reunites with Ash by hooking his arm with a fishing pole is actually a reference to their first meeting, where Misty also pulled Ash and Pikachu with a fishing pole. Accompanying Misty are Psyduck and Zuro. Pikachu ignores Psyduck and jumps onto Misty immediately. This leads to Leavanny petting Psyduck's head, maybe preventing Psyduck from going berserk after a headache. Misty left the gym to her sisters, Daisy, Violet, and Lily. They first appeared in the original series neglecting the gym. Last time the sisters were mentioned was in Sun and Moon, when Misty visited Alola and they had to take care of the gym back then as well. As Ash and Misty get into a fishing contest, Ash pulls out of the lure he got from Cilan. We have seen Cilan's lure in Best Wishes, however, now it is revealed that Ash also received one. Of course, we can't have a Pokemon episode without Team Rocket. They return with their iconic Magikarp submarine, which we have seen in the 8th episode of Pokemon Journeys as well. This interior is making me so nostalgic for the original series. When they saw Clauncher, Jessie suggests to each Clauncher's claw. Just like the Rotom form confirms, in the Sun and Moon version of the Pokédex entry, it is indeed mentioned that Clauncher's claw is a delicacy and that it can grow back immediately afterwards. Back to Ash and Misty. When they fell into the water, they made the exact same face respectively, showing their 20-year-old bond. When Ash fell into the water, however, Misty already changed her facial expression to resemble Psyduck's facial expression. Another facial expression Misty shows is her classical simping face she often does for water-type Pokemon. One of the iconic incidents is when she falsely thought her Psyduck evolved. To decide Clauncher's trainer, Ash and Misty start to battle. This heavily reminds of the events of the 151st episode of the original series, the Totodile duo, when Ash and Misty fought over Totodile. The Pokemon used by Misty back then, Politoed, was also used in the battle now, with her evolving from a Poliwag to Poliwhirl in that battle. With Misty's lure returning and Totodile being in the episode with a lure ball effect even, this whole episode just feels like a great homage to the iconic episode The Totodile Duo. This time, however, Misty claims to be the winner, defeating world champion Ash. With no time to waste, Ash's whole team and Clauncher start training for the sake of Corphish. Of course, Ash is taking part in the training of his Pokemon like always. He, for example, did that with Rockruff in Sun and Moon. Seeing that, Misty gets a headache, just like her Psyduck. Of course, her Psyduck is known for suffering under severe headaches, like Pokemon like Trainer. In the background, we see Latias returning. This could hint at Ash potentially catching Latias by the end of the series. When Ash was leaving, Misty was quietly following along. Again, this is a reference to the earliest days when Misty was also quietly following Ash. Back then, she also used an excuse, the iconic excuse of the broken bike. Similarly to last week, Team Rocket is on an adventure with the Pokémon School Guide. This week, they meet the legendary Pokémon of the Gen 9 game Pokémon Violet, Miraidon. Again, Miraidon's pose is taken from Pokémon Violet's game cover. And that's already it with the breakdown. Again, this is a very late upload, so with that, I had a very busy week. But I hope you had a good time nevertheless. If so, please like the video, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at @DinoAnipoke. And maybe I will upload the third breakdown on time. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.